Good evening. Good evening, everyone. And welcome to another episode of Sleepy Scions. A calm and cozy Final Fantasy XIV. Let's play where we take our time to relax, enjoy the ride, and explore all Eorzea has to offer. We will read all unvoiced quest text, discover the lore, and really dive into the story that this game has to offer as we journey. I'd like to take a moment to thank you all for stopping by, remind you all to take take the very best care of yourselves. Get good rest, hydrate, reach out to friends, and really take care of yourselves in all aspects of life. So now as we log into our champion, Julia Gabagoo, go ahead and grab yourself a blanket, a drink, and let's settle in for a nice, relaxing time. So where we last left off, we were at the entrance of a dungeon. As we continue trying to earn the trust of some champions who have once defeated Titan, and they have sent us, instead of testing our mettle, they have decided to send us on a bunch of odd job quests. So now here we are, doing odd job quests. So that's super fun. And now we are at the entrance of Brayflox's long stop, because there is not a single thing in the world that we would not do for cheese. After a tiring journey across Eorzea, it is deep within the quiet jungles of Raincatcher Gully where the charismatic and enterprising young goblin Brayflox Altox chooses to build her tiny empire. What she does not realize, however, is that something else, something sinister, has also made the lush forest its home. I better drag this over. Now driven from their rightful claim, rightful with a question mark, Brayflox and her brethren seek to retake the land and are not above asking the help of lesser races. That would be you? To help them do so. Man, do I love healer cues. I tell you what, insta-pop. Yo, I'm trying to do a dungeon. Insert cue. Let's go. Oh, dragons. Sweet. Brayflox's long stop. A bonus will be rewarded. Dog, having a dot would be super nice. I feel like early scholar healing is just ridiculously tough. Oh, did we not do? Oh, shoot. I'm out of position.
Oh man, this music is so good. I had the wrong thing clicked. I wonder how much damage I'm doing in relation to everything else. Be interesting to know that. Dang, we leveled up. A white mage crook. Alright, I need to drop this. Uh-oh. I got interrupted? That's not good. Boss number 2. Boss battle music is really, really well done. Do we kill the Biast or do we just focus the Drake? I'm not really sure, but I'm just focusing the Drake. Dear Brayflox, can I have my cheese? Alright, we're gonna have to heal the shit out of this guy. Never mind. I think warriors, even at low levels, are just hammer beasts. Unstoppable. Nice. Oh shit, look away. Oh, I just realized I can overheal with the shields. That is huge. I can just keep like a shield on them that mitigates damage that doesn't even affect their health. And then he never even has to do anything. Oh, and then when he heals from his... So when he heals from his heal, it doesn't remove... It doesn't remove the shield, it just pushes it up. What a quality of life difference that is. I got new pants. You like them pants? They've got cool knees. Koko Nori Zuzunori, Galen Yashushi, Panini Pani. Cutscene. Cool dragon. Damn it. I tried to slide cast. I'm just gonna park myself right here because I know this. Never mind. That's such a cool ability. Congratulations on your level up. I guess I can't vote for accommodation. I get 2 though. Leaving a good impression. What's that mean? 10. Part of the party. Is that a title? Alright. What say you, Brayflox? What is this noise? Pshka. Goodly Uplander has thanks of Gobbyflock. Flighty beast was tricksy foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has goodly head for fighty think. Brayflax happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever Uplander. Cheese is stinky sweet gobby treat. Special make with secret gobby arts. No party complete without gobby gouda. Brayflax ever say. Nice. We got the Gouda. Off to Costa del Sol. Oh, no. Sniff, sniff. I gather you solved Brayflox's little problem? Here's your goblin cheese. The pungent odor of this hard yellow cheese veined with a blue-green mold is the most comparable to warm, damp boot of a zombie after stepping in a ripe chocobo dung. Goblins claim it's a delicacy, but then again, they have their masks to filter out the aroma. By the gods, that unholy stench! This is definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How is it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. Well, I just so happened to have read how it's made, or at least what it smells like. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Ugh. What do you mean you forgot the wine? Whiskate would like to congratulate you on a job well done. Bravo, Julia. Thanks to you, our guests shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. He will take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you, I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lomani my regards. I didn't ask if you needed the wine. I asked if... Oh, no. You mean to tell me I went all the way over there and was right there and I didn't attune? Let us cross the bridge. Let us continue on our journey, relying on God to deliver us from the evils that not so eagerly beset our ways. Or something, I don't know. I've heard that before. Ooh, I found a crystal thing. A tuning. Treasures and tribulations? Nah. Hello, Shamani Lomani. Sweat, grime, and blood. Aye, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? An order? Let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. Sniff, sniff. The paper smells of loam and perfume. Costa del Sol. And there is also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gajaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Drysweets and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventure. But perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in different ways. Oh, he's blind. But you've no interest in my affairs. You only wish to discuss the wine, I suspect. Ah, come here, Amy. Hey, buddy. Quest complete. Shamani Lamani would like to discuss wine with you. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. But you grow impatient, and Westgate must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for his occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Brigland, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I am in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte vintner bid you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gubu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. Hey Shamani, thanks for that. Just ran me into a goddamn buzzsaw. Much appreciated. Much fucking appreciated, dude. Yep, look at that. I take it he said no. Really? In those words? Huh. Well, I can't say I'm surprised. Well, if you're not surprised, why the. Okay. Woosa. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Limsa Laminza is not a man known for his tact. Very well. We shall have to take an alternative approach. Ooh, another job quest. It won't work. Shamani Lamani has another bright idea. Maim and mend too? There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I would guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that the grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town and were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, and most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Ahem. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. But as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Brigliant to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine, and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vignerons tending to the vineyards may have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you can start by speaking with them. All right, 1 second. I'm going to need about 2 minutes. Alright, I have returned. I apologize for that delay. Jungbar. What? Do I have Bacchus wines? I wish. I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friends, but you're a few years too late. Bacchus wine? Bah, don't remind me. I used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from the thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamn house. Oof. Sorry about your house, bro. Hope it was insured. No luck, Most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Ogomora, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized that there was still much more, still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that a wondrous ambrosia once filled me with a hope. That wondrous ambrosia, which once filled me with hope, may be forever lost to us. I don't know what to do. Mind? Shamani Lamani appears to be in deep thought. I must say this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. 1 second. I can't remember when I last left off. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic indeed. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life with the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I couldn't bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, there is a favor I would ask of you. 2 years ago, in the deepest depths of my despair, I stumbled across Vilbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspect I was looking for a place to die, because I very nearly found one not too far from here. It was there that a man named Dress took me in and nursed me back to health, and it was he who gave me my very first taste of Bacchus wine, which helped me to find a new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know I am pursuing my dream. The wine is my own. This wine is my own personal creation, and I would be most grateful if you delivered it to him in my stead. Dress sometimes works in the Raincatcher Gully docks, so perhaps Ritzgild can tell you where to find him. Lamani Rosso. Shamani Lamani's first attempt at winemaking. At least the name sounds legitimate. Alright, there. Well, there you go. Lamani Rosso. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit? Aye, I toss him a few gil when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hell don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you've a mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the severed string. I am going to the severed string. Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. What's ho ho ho? Ho ho ho. It's a Goobboo named Jolly Green. Look how big it is. A Goobboo. Alright, so I have to level sync. Oh man. Alright, 1 second. I need to remove all this from my saddlebag. There we go. We are going to kill Jolly Green. And he is huge. Look how big he is. There's nothing relaxing about this view. I'm playing in first person. That's horrifying. Do I have time to do this? Oh, I have 9 minutes. That's plenty of time. And I have my own little pocket healer. $103, 95, 95, 95, 93. All right, so we're gonna do this. When it gets to 8, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we got 5 attacks done in 10 seconds. So now we gotta wait till 20 and fire this off. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got a whole nother attack off in 10 seconds. It's not even close. 10, 10, 10, 10, 40 more damage. 40 to 50 more damage tops, 50 tops. And oh, and you get a proc. 138, 126. I'm killing Santa Claus. Pretty decent. All right, I want to see. All right, so I have that. Ruin, Summon Eos, Bio 2, Ruin 2, Sucker, Aether Flow, Energy Drain, Roll, Repose, Traits, Maim and Mend. Alright, so I did get this. So Maimon Men 2 increases base action attack damage HP by 30%. Also increases. Oh, nice. That's huge. Do do do. Did you run that get sp product.local? Dressed. What? What do you want? Here's the wine. Well, wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? Ugh. That weight. Can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I'm not. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. I have to kill 5 midge swarms. That's 2. Where's the midges? Bum bum ba bum bum bum. Midges have been taken care of. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission, and when the maelstrom caught us by surprise, we tried to escape, but the others, no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to die in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. Drest appeared to be in greater control of his faculties. I wish to thank Shamani for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Earlier today at the Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine. See, it should be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shamani for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. And I come down here. Palm wine. Alright, let me teleport back to Wineport. Shamani Lamani. It's been some time, Julia. What news do you have of Drest? Well, he's in rough shape, dude. He needs sleep. Uh, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Ah, yes, I recall he did have some knowledge of winemaking. A simplistic but nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I should have to enjoy this bash before it spoils. We are not so different, Drest and I, 2 men who have long struggled to not let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. Yeah, that's one thing you could say, for sure. Aye, it is past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Julia. It was a very good year. Shamani Lamani is brimming with glee, and he wishes to share the reason with you. By the gods, Julia, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I just discovered something extraordinary about Dress's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain these are the leaves of a Bacchus grapevine. You know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the Bacchus wine industry. We must know where Dress found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Okie doke. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Oh, hello again. What is it? Here. Where'd you find this leaf, bitch? It's just a leaf, isn't it? I only chose it because it was pretty. Didn't know it was rare. I found them near the Juggernaut to the south, but I didn't see any grapevines. I saw fresh gubu tracks, though. Maybe the leaves came from the vines growing on the back of one such beast. The gubus. If you go looking for it, please be careful. Some gubus are more territorial than others, and you may have to defend yourself. No way are the gubus. We're gonna start farming gubus. Chesmu. Jesus, dude. You just smacked the hell out of me. Not a moldy sneeze. And Gubu dead. Give me those leaves. Give me those leaves. What did Drest have to say, Julia? Tell me everything. Here's your wine, a cutting from the Bacchus grapevine, a variety of sweet wine grape thought to long be extinct. Aha, I was right. This smell, this texture, I hold in my hands a Bacchus grapevine cutting. Come now, enough of this nonsense. I've heard talk of your discovery, and I refuse to believe that a common adventurer and a novice vintner could. 12 is my witness. It is a Bacchus grapevine. Wherever did you find this fantastic specimen? Well, what? You would offer this to me? But why? There is none better positioned to reconstruct the Bacchus vineyards than you, Master Brigliant. You have the resources, the knowledge, and the passion to do so. It would be selfish of me to keep this cutting. I never knew you cared so deeply about your craft. Thank you, good sir. I will not squander this gift. In just a few years' time, I swear that every tavern across Eorzea will once again be clamoring for a cask of the wine port's legendary Bacchus wine. Sir, you needn't. Sniff, sniff. Wait, the shape of this bottle, the scent of this label, this couldn't possibly be a 1547 Bacchus? But that's impossible. This vintage has not been seen since years before the calamity. It was the crown jewel of my personal collection. For years I debated opening it, wondering if today or tomorrow would be the ideal time. But now I realize that it was never meant for me. It should be savored by the saviors of Wineport, I say. He has made us an offer we cannot refuse. Master Gujaruju would find no finer wine. You have forever changed Wineport, Julia. Thank you for your kindness and your generosity. Ah, but do not permit me to delay you any longer. Pray deliver the wine to Captain Westgate. Well, yes. I would very much like to drink it, but I am a patient man. I have faith that one day I shall have another opportunity to taste perfection. Oh, hold on. Chocobo keep. I see a porter. I click a porter. Your prolonged absence was beginning to concern me. So what of the wine I asked you to bring? Here's your Bacchus wine. Is that 7 hells of 1547 Bacchus? Even I know how rare that is. I have to admit, I didn't think you had it in you, but congratulations, Julia. Thanks to you, this will be the most luxurious feast Costa del Sol has seen in years. Considering the lengths you went to it, I hope our guests appreciate it. Speaking of which, your associate arrived a short while ago. She appears to be growing somewhat impatient. Perhaps you could tell her that the banquet is about to begin? Yeah, I'm also growing impatient because this has been ridiculous. 57,000 things for your silly little banquet in order to kill Titan? In the company of Hero, Y'shtola is concerned for your well-being. You have the look of a woman who has been to the 7th hell and back. That a guest should be expected to supply the victuals of a banquet held in her own honor, and while the shadow of Titan looms over us all, it beggars belief. I can only applaud your stoicism. Had I been asked to endure such ignominy, I fear I should have accepted my lot with less grace. Yeah, I mean, I bitched the whole time, if we're being honest. Lady Y'shtola. Lady Capicola. 1,000 pardons for this extreme discourtesy. I was wholly unaware of your true identity, madame. Had I have known, I would never have permitted my man to subject you to such unspeakable ordeals. Come now, she must have sensed something was amiss. You didn't seriously think I would be sending you running to the lengths and breadths of Eorzea for a banquet, did you? Spare her your mockery, Captain. Your intent was unclear to me until this moment, and unlike me, Julia has no knowledge of your traditions. Mayhap you would be so good to enlighten her. Aye, fair is fair. There's no sense in hiding it any longer. We 5 were chosen by our brothers and sisters, and before the company of heroes disbanded, we each swore a solemn oath that any who would follow in our footsteps must be weighed and measured not by their reputation, but by their deeds. Each man would judge these would-be godslayers by his own criteria. If even one found her wanting, she would be rejected without a second thought. But if she proved herself worthy, we swore that we would do our utmost to support her cause. The world has ever been full of brave souls eager to give their lives for a righteous cause, but all too few capable of making a difference with their sacrifice. To send wave after wave of hapless adventurers into the jaws of a foe against whom they have no hope of victory is worse than futile. Titan is not one to be challenged lightly, and we will not be complicit in the deaths of the unworthy. Which is why the five of you deigned to test Julia with such commendable thoroughness. Time well spent, I'm sure. But tell us, Captain, what is the assessment of you and your fellows? She's the brave one, that much is certain. She willingly walked into the midst of danger, despite my repeated warnings that it could cost her life. Her skill is undeniable. She stalked her prey as relentlessly as any child of the sands, and struck with precision when an opportunity presented itself. Too many adventurers these days care only for fortune and glory. Julia, however, is a kind and generous soul. I am certain she has no shortage of loyal allies who will gladly fight at her side.
Pshaw. Wily a Blinder is a talented plansmaker, tricksy foe for mighty Rockman.
I can only concur with my colleagues' assessments. We five of the company of heroes hereby judge you a worthy challenger. Cast down the Lord of Crags, Julia Capicola, and write a new chapter in the history of Eorzea. Okay. With the formalities out of the way, let the festivities begin. Summon the dancers and pour the wine. Eat, drink, and be merry, my friends, for today we celebrate the birth of a new legend, Julia Capicola, Titan's Bane. Thank you. Thank you very much. I often go by Julia Gabagool. Julia Gabagool, Titan's Bane. All right. A bronze-skinned beauty. Shamelessness. Congratulations, sweetling. Now relax and enjoy the show. It's only just begun. Let me eat a bite. Yummy. Looks like mush. Tasting the exotic feast triggers a divine revelation. In that brief, transcendent moment, you glimpse the true form of reality, comprehend its fleeting nature, and cry out to the heavens in celebration. Okay. When you face the Lord of Crags, think not of Limsa, Eorzea, or anything besides his chamber. Think only of the men and women by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no great victory was ever achieved alone.
Pshkaw, goodly uplander must be facing mighty rockman with clever fighty think. Gobbyflock cannot be coming to rescue this time.
Ah, Julia, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landonell sends his regards. You're a veteran of countless battles, Julia. This is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. What say you, Ishtola? You are kind to indulge them, Julia. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I do not deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced you the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Yeah, like, just tell me where he is, how I get there. As you wish. Whiskey truly intends to tell you how you may face Titan this time. You must be eager to face Titan. As promised, we will show you the way. Travel to Bronze Lake in Upper Lenosia. There you will meet with Riol, another man who once served in the company. To ensure that this knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, he will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle loudly at 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. I realize this may seem excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. Whistle, whistle, whistle. Whistle, whistle, whistle. Whistle, whistle, whistle. No, he's up there. Up the stairs. Up we go. Just tell me where Titan is. Greetings, lass. Might you be the one the captain said we would come calling? Aye, I thought so. Pay attention now, 'cause I ain't explaining myself twice. The Lord of Crags. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman Aetherite, see? And what's that look for? Not familiar with him? No. He speaks of an unamplified Aetherite, which has been claimed by a beast tribe. Lest you wonder, there is no fundamental difference between such Aetherites and those of which you have used on countless occasions, Julia. Ah, well, if it ain't the Charlian lass, welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I had planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Ogamoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Ha! Give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in the front. The kobolds are always digging new tunnels and filling the old ones with traps. One wrong step, and the next thing you know, you got 100 tons of rock on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and it was that got us thinking. I mean, Ugamaro mines are like a bleeding city, ain't they? And getting around the city that big would be a right pain in the ass if you didn't have an Aetherite, wouldn't it? So it stood reason that the kobolds might have one, didn't it? Even if there were Aetherite shards in the depths of Ogamoro, you would have needed to attune yourselves to them before you could identify their signatures within the lifestream. Ah, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had the Charlian bloke to help us, see? Delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't rightly know how he did it, but I do remember him saying it weren't nothing any Charlian scholar worth their salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Huh. Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the Aetherites in question happened to be. Ah, yes, but in order to guide a traveler to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... It is possible, in theory at least, yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, all will depend on whether or not I am worth my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go to Zelma's Run and take a closer look at the Aetherite? It ain't far, though there's sure to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle, mind. All right. So now we're going to Zelma's Run. Mamulja. Hello, kobold. You don't scare me. Man, I do shit all for damage. Vincenzo, get in there. All right, let's attune to this aetheryte. So this is the aetheryte the Company of Heroes used to gain access to Titan Sanctuary. Huh. It is as Papa Limo speculated. In its present state, this aetheryte signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me, Julia. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the aetheryte signal and therefore join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. Now, let's see if I am worth my salt. I have located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. The navel is accessible.
Enter the crag, the navel, not Brayflox's, just the navel.
I must needs remain here to ensure you have a means of egress. As I told you, we have no way of knowing what awaits you at the beacon, so be sure to prepare yourself prior to departing. I have so many things now. Lentils and chestnuts. Oh my. Oh, that one's locked. All right, let's start the naval. When is the DPS going to join us? Now, apparently. Whoa. Look, an overdweller. Yes, yes, an invader from above. She uses our aetherites against us. She has defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary, trespass violated and defiled. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear her not. Her fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for breaking of the covenant. You shall be the first to face judgment. Then Limsa Lomensa and her oathbreakers, liars, betrayers, and oathbreakers. O great father, lord of crags, Titan, we summon you. Titan, we summon you. Oh, fucking cool, dude. He is come, the Lord of Crags, Titan is come. Overdweller, art thou dwell to their weeping? Thy vowed kind coveteth ever blessing of the land, and murdereth my children by the score, all in service to greed. Such sins are beyond pardon. Ah, but I am not the first to defice for thy defiance. Thou didst not bring Ifrit low? Godless overdweller, thy myriad heresy shall not go unpunished. Upon thee shall I wreak a terrible vengeance. The music is cool. Let me heal everyone. If you could break me out, that would be nice. That was a pretty fun fight. Music's cool. Probably a little too easy. The Lord of Crags, great Father Titan has fallen. I gotta say thank you. A yellow crystal. The crimes of the Overdweller shall never be forgiven, never be forgotten, no, no, never. 'Twas your kin who broke the covenant. We have acted only in defense of our lands. Cease your aggression, or never will there be peace. Until our dying breaths we shall defy you. Deny, decry, defy. Now these are the readings one would expect of an icon. I have seen enough. We proceed as planned. Are you sure this is wise, my lord? Your curiosity is untested and unproven. We do not yet know its true capabilities. Then trust in mine, Ritanton. My curiosity, as you so eloquently put it, would have bested Titan in the blink of an eye. Why, if there be truth to the legends, it could readily subjugate the whole of Eorzea, given but a little while longer. Is that not so? It is. No greater single power has ever been conceived, much less realized. What say you may well be true, but while such devices may win battles, I do not believe they will serve to change the course of this war. Oh, but they will. Have a little faith, my friend. I cannot endorse this course of action. Fool. And now she has a fourth. Fascinating. Carry on, Crystal Bearer, for though you have come, your work is far from done. Y'shtola saw it, and not remained to mark his passing. Well, the Ascians are nothing if not elusive. It is of little wonder that they should cast advanced teleportation magics at will, but that they would choose to consort with the Empire. What common goal could they possibly share? I feared I might arrive too late, but I see you had the matter well in hand. I have taken measures to ensure that we are not pursued, yet I cannot say how long they will hold. Take your leave while the kobolds are still in disarray. I will follow anon. There is something I must investigate before I depart. I will teleport you to the Aetheryte in Zelma's Run, and we will rendezvous at Camp Bronze Lake. Agreed? Thanks, Y'shtola. Off to Camp Bronze Lake to rendezvous with a girl. Little girl time rendezvous. Me and Y'shtola hanging out, seeing what's up. Well, now Titan has been slain. Yuck. Why choose to be that cat girl when you could be an Y'shtola cat girl? I am relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss our next step. All good things. Y'shtola is keen to discuss your next task. Though word will already have reached Maelstrom Command, protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission's success. The honor is rightfully yours, Julia. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. Alright, we're going to return to Limsa Lominsa. Alright, where do I go? Alright, to the aft castle. It is good to see you, Private Capicola. Word of your triumph reached me some while ago, but I am pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit, and now Titan? Truly, when I think of your achievements, I feel the loss of the Warriors of Light less keenly, and there can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. Suffice it to say, we are glad to have a scion in our ranks. I shall relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the scions of the Seventh Dawn. Until next time, Private. You're all welcome. Julia, this is Minfilia. Ishtola has informed me of your success. You have won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, that one that shall not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and Ishtola emerged from Ogamoro unscathed. White Tataru, and others seemed as glad as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. All right, I do want to do my next little shamanad. She's a cutie patootie. What say you, Alkazolka? Alkazolka looks pleased to see you. How curious that you always come at the most opportune time, Julia. 'Tis divine providence, almost. Doubtly so, since we have both been blessed with a chance to refine our respective arts. You see, in your absence, I have been studying a section of the Nemean treatise detailing marauder fighting techniques. The fundamentals do not differ much from modern methods, and there are slight variations in footwork and grip, as well as the distinctions between various ranges, and the attacks best employed when. Forgive me, I lost sight of the more pertinent point. Nemean scholars and marauders fought side by side, yes? Well, now you and I have the opportunity to do the same. A Tunberry has been spotted in Bronze Lake, and the Marauders Guild has been asked to dispatch it. Since Tunberry dwell within the Wanderer's Place, an ancient Nemean temple recently discovered in the wake of the calamity, there is a strong possibility that the creatures have resided there since before the fall of Nim. Do you follow my reasoning, Julia? These malevolent creatures have been overrun the temple and claimed it for their own at the height of Nemean civilization. They may have posed a major threat to the ancient people even. If so, then surely facing one in battle would rekindle the memories of your fairy. Even if I am mistaken, the Tunberry possesses a threat to the locals. Moreover, I would very much like to put our newly learned Nemean techniques to the test. So, we will rendezvous outside the Wanderer's Palace, yes? Whoa. Jump puzzle. I didn't fail. I didn't even start it. A duty is about to commence. Well met, Julia. I had only just arrived myself. 'Twas in this vicinity that the Tunberry was last sighted. With luck, it will not have gone far. Look, atop the stairs. Creepy. My son, my dear son, at long last, The rancor, it rises, it rises. It comes. Alright, there's other ones here. Purple's dead. Green's dead. Yellow's dead. Purple. Nice. Ruin, ruin, ruin. What are you doing? Move, damn you. My. Confound it all. One second. Bah, what happened, Julia? I thought you could control her. I apologize. I know you only have just begun the work with to work with the fairy. Some disobedience is to be expected. Axemaster Wurzone would be disappointed, but there is naught we can do. The Tunberry is long gone. Let us return to Limsa Lominsa. Julia, permit me to apologize a second time. Earlier, I was flustered and not myself. In the aftermath of the Tunberry's escape, I completely overlooked our accomplishments. We confirmed the viability of Nemean tactics and proved that a scholar and marauder working in tandem is a force to be reckoned with, would you not say? And correct me if I'm mistaken. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but your fairy regained some of her memory, yes? With that in mind, I feel comfortable claiming that this was a worthwhile endeavor. However, do try and gain greater mastery over your minion, Julia. I would hate for a repeat of that incident. All right. Alrighty. 1 second. I'm gonna. Return to the Waking Sands. I've got some accounting to do first. I have too many things in my bags. No, 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 no. Adventure. A ram horn. Go do it again. All right, we are going to sell in your inventory on the market, and we are going to start selling. What's Mudstone sell for? 25. Bomb Ash sells for not much. Diorite Web sells for 525. Savage Aim 2 sells for 400. Sandworm Fang sells for 20. Animal Hide, don't care. Raisins, don't care. What's Ram Horn go for? 45. Diremonger, and we'll sell that, sell that, sell that. Sell that. Sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that, sell that. And I've just got a bunch of colors, right? And then 2 materials. Cool. Alright, and then the rest I need to... Oh, wait, let me back out and let me get Adriana. And then we'll give her... The Fantasia, all the colors. I guess these coffers. Cool. All right, cool. Now that our bags are empty, I'm level 40 and I have a level 26 weapon. I wonder. A level 5 ring too. Scholar arms. What do I search? Okay, so what about Arcanist arms? Level 38. Eight intelligence. 5. It'll hit mind. That ain't bad. All right, and then as also this ring. Goodness gracious. Do you have a ring that's not super expensive? I don't care that much. Level 24. Level 26. It's a pretty cool book. You hear the commotion just now? What in the seven hell were they doing in there? Wrestling a pisty? You look like the adventurous type. Mind taking a quick look? Taru? Oh, shit. That's a Garland. That's another Garlean. Neuraxia. This one is glad, walking one is safe.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heaven she is safe. Louis Soir, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time, it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further.
They have guns?
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring her forth, and you may yet know mercy.
They have guns.
Confound it.
We've been using swords and magic books, and they have fucking guns. What are we doing?
Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Oh no, Minfilia. That's a bad idea.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
Wait. What was the gasp?
No!
I mean, oh. Oh, man. That was unexpected.
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once.
Dude, that is
Have
gruesome.
you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away.
That is gruesome.
Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough!
That's how they ended up there.
We leave. Bring the prisoners.
Friendly fire. Okay, well, the Garleans found out where we were and kidnapped Minfilia. That's a thing. Walking one Minfilia asked this one to groan. In case walking one returned, this one was to say, at church in East Thanalon, walking one must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect walking one Menphilia from imperial ones. Forgive this one. Save. Oh. Rippin' pepperonis. Seek shelter at the church. Well, I don't think we can stay there anymore. Now that the Garleans know where we are and can just barge in at any time and overpower all of our Scions, take Menphilia and nobody even says a word. The only one that tries to get in the way is like the Planty McPlant face, and then they get drop kicked to the wall. All right, to the church. Is something troubling you, my child? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there is anything I can do to help, anything at all, you only need to ask. The wild roses are dead, father, and I know not what to do. The wild roses? I see. You may speak freely here. We are friends of the Scions. How? How could this have happened? And you are certain that Menphilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Yeah, fairly certain. Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Menphilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well, I do recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marcus, will you come here for a moment? Yes, father? If you require assistance, pray speak with Marcus. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Marcus is a survivor of the Battle of Cartnow. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Marcus, I want you to look after Julia. Do you understand? Yes, father. All right. I think I'm gonna call it there. We cleared a dungeon. We bested Titan. We returned to the Waking Sands where we saw a flashback. Everyone there is either dead or captured. And now we need to figure out how to move forward. How to get Menphilia back, and what remains the future of the Scions. So with that, we will figure that out starting in our next segment. So I want to thank you, anyone and everyone, for stopping by and watching and enjoying
this journey with us, and uh, I hope you come back and check us out again. And so yeah, I'm with that. I want to wish everybody a good night, sleep tight, and we'll see you next time.